So you've been a world phenom for a couple years now, and now you're just blowing up all over America. Tell us about this last year or so, what this experience has been traveling around this country.
No, it's been amazing. It's been so amazing, and my life has like completely changed since I started. But like I just love what I do. So I feel so fortunate to be able to work with what I love. You know.
I feel like there's been like a specific explosion, at least in America, within electronic dance music. Has this been something you experienced, or how has the scene changed since it's gone crazy this year?
It's completely different. Like even for me, who's like new in this industry, I've only been touring for 3 years, and from when I started touring until now, just the way like the festivals like Electric Daisy has blown up, as well as like regular club shows are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just amazing to see. And I don't think it's done yet. It's just everything on the radio now is dance music, and the festivals are still growing.
So, in the name of crazy stuff that could happen in the future, then, are there any specific artists that no one would consider that you'd want to collaborate with that would be out of the box? Any different genres even?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I always wanted to do something with like something weird, like something like Elton John or something like that. Someone that I think is really talented at what they're doing, and try to like bring it to house music.
So cool. So we're citizens in New York. We got to talk a little about New York. What was your first performance in this city?
My first performance was at Marquee.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first show I did 2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and then.
Well, you've been all over now. You did Randall's Island, Provocateur. They even opened up Studio 54 for you for the first time in 20 years. That's insane. Tell us about that experience. How did that pop up, and tell us about the show.
No, they just kind of like approached us and said that they're opening up Studio 54 for one more night, and asked if we wanted to be a part of it. And obviously we wanted to be a part of it. And no, it was just amazing from start to finish, because they actually brought in everything from like the original props and the original, like even original, what do you call it, like the people who worked there, like the bouncer and like stuff like that. So it was really cool.
So you have a very distinct sound in your music, that melodic tone that you hear in Bromance or Levels. Where did that sound come from? What does it mean to you? Is that you?
Yeah, no, it's definitely just, I always, and right from the start, I always focused on melodies, because that's what I like to listen to in other genres.
Amazing. Well, we'll keep it going. I want to talk a little bit more about the Penn State show, if possible. Because
yeah, of course.
It was actually a little bit of a crazy time to go to that campus with all the controversy swirling around there. Like, how was that going into that situation? Because we were even like, wait, we're doing a show at Penn State right now? Like, did you hear about the news before you booked the show or after?
I did, but just briefly. Like, I read something about it in like a Swedish newspaper, because I just came from Sweden to Brazil, and then from Brazil straight into the States. So I didn't really have time to like read that much into it, and then I kind of heard the whole story the day before. I'm like, oh really?
How was it like though, playing in front of your peers? I feel like there was a specific energy that you were inspiring them, because it was like they could be you, like you're one and the same. What is that like to play to kids your own age, like in these kind of shows?
Like, I'm obviously happy that as you said, like my peers like my music, and that they get to come out. And especially like when I come to these college towns, I really feel like I'm missing out on the college experience as well. So it's fun to see like that part of the like college world.
Yeah, you're living vicariously through them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you had a night that you can ever find off, I don't even know if you have a night off these days, what DJ or DJs would you go and see?
I would probably go see Swedish House Mafia.
Are they like mentors to you?
They are, and they're the biggest inspirations to me, and have been like since I got into this industry.
For you to make it as big as you did, you have to have an insane work ethic. Talk to us about that. Like, what is it like? When do you find time to work and produce more music?
Like, I don't produce on the road. Like, I have trouble with that. So I have to do everything when I get back home to Sweden. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty quick when I work with the program. Like, I know right what I want, and usually when I get back, I've been out for a couple of months, so I have a lot of inspiration and ideas. Yeah. So usually it's just like I try to produce like 2-3 tracks if I'm home a week, and yeah, that's the only way for me to find the time to do it. I was working non-stop ever since like the first time I got my program that I'm using. I've been working 10 hours a day.
Wow. So we're really excited that you're coming back to New York for your New Year's Eve show. I mean, out of all the places in the world you could have performed, you chose New York. Why? Like, I mean, we're happy about it, but
Yeah.
what was the decision behind that one?
No, like New York has always been, New York has always been so close to me and my team, because we have so many friends in New York. We have so much support in New York, and we just felt like it was the obvious choice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
It really was like the first, like when we were, even before we knew we were gonna have it, we were like, let's do something in New York.
sweet. Well, thank you so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it. Why don't we wrap up and say, is there any advice like that you'd give to young people out there in maybe either chasing their dreams or doing good for the world, and give them a push in the right direction?
Like it sounds so corny to say, but like it's really all about like hard work and dedication. That's, to me, that's all it is. If you're enough passionate about something and you work hard enough, I mean, most of those people, like, you'll succeed. It's all about the time you put into it, and like that's the best thing I could say about that, even though it's corny and ever been said a million times.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, buddy.
Thank
Tim
you, man.
Erdling, Citizen New York.